นะโมตัสสะภะคะวะโตอะระหะโตสัมมาสัมพุทธัสสะพุทธังสรณังคัจฉามิธัมมังสรณังคัจฉามิสังฆังสรณังคัจฉามิ Good evening, friends in the Dhamma. Today is Saturday, 19 February 2022. That is our program for monk chat with myself, Kun LAOW and Venerable Panyavajiro. Hopefully he shall be here soon. Waiting for him to come to talk about what we plan, what the people plan in our life. So that is good to get our friends. The program today, it will be something that I would like to hear from our friend who would like to share their comment, please, and ask a question, because the idea is question time with the monks. Yeah, question time with the monks, and then if you have some question, please do so. So we have Karenka, good evening. Yeah, and Kun Prani, Supathira, good evening. We are waiting for Panyavajiro to be here today. So if you like to ask any question, please feel free to do so. Hopefully Panyavajiro shall be here soon. Okay, Panyavajiro is here. Yeah, is here. Okay, please be sit. Thank you. Okay.
Good evening, all.
Yeah, good evening. Okay, how are you today? I don't know what to say. The program today, we plan to have our. I asked the people that if you like to ask a question or plan about life, whatever, it will be very good. And today you might have some question to ask. What we like, you think it's good to talk today? Yeah. Now, do you have a separate page and to ask for distant healing? Interesting. So you would like a separate page to ask for distant healing?
Are you teaching distant healing online?
Yes. Well,
not at the moment.
Not really, no.
Not at the moment, no.
At the moment, we help the people to in different way, put in that way. I don't think it's the healing, but I think when somebody has difficulty in life, of course they turn up to the temple by contact the temple or even ask the monk perform the chanting. Yes, if the chanting part of the healing, I think may be good.
Chanting
option
is, but also the meditation. We do meditation, and that has helped many people.
Yeah, I want to ask for healing for a family member.
There you go.
Yes, so that is another thing that we might consider to do it. We can do it, yeah. So it's really good. And you may leave your contact number by inbox or whatever. If you like to do it, we can talk to you and then ask. Normally, a lot of people come here to the temple and ask for help. A lot of people come contact by phone.
Yeah.
I think better to give my phone to them, easier. Yeah.
Okay.
So that is my phone number. And it's a public, isn't it? So no need to worry. So if I write the telephone number here, so be good for anybody like to ask the question, and they can ask now. I think quite good, isn't it? Yeah.
Yes.
So,
you asked me not 5 minutes ago. In fact, I take it back. It was 7 minutes ago.
Okay. Okay.
about the environment, what we can do to help the earth, the world.
Okay.
So I wrote a note.
I just okay now. Okay, right. Okay, for those who would like to talk with
Privately.
is privately or not, whatever, even in our contact system should be okay. This is the phone number. Okay, if you like to contact us, this is the phone number, and this phone number can help you to contact whatever need to talk about and question to be asked, and then we can discuss about this question. It's very good. So we have Kun Paiwan Gibson. She come from the Southend-on-Sea. It's very long-term connection with the temple. And this one also Kun Sai Nam Tip. Yeah, Sai Nam Tip. Okay, thank you. Okay, Panyavajiro, the question I asked you, remember?
I do. I'm walking down the stairs writing a note. Unfortunately, my notes are always very formal. They're a bit difficult, but you said
what I asked the question about the earth.
About saving the earth.
Okay, no, it's not saving the earth. I think how can this is a question to ask you. How can people help the earth?
What can people do to help the earth?
Yes,
saving the earth.
Okay,
there you go.
Okay, can you answer this question because it's quite something, isn't it?
Well, I did write some notes but as I said, my notes are always formal. Being an academic, it's a bit difficult. But you know, faith, it's like a road or a train line. It provides structure for the people.
Right.
You know how to go from A to B because you go along the road or you go along the train lines.
Okay.
There is a structure to your life, and faith provides that structure too. Yeah. When you've got things to think about, then you can think about them through your faith.
Right.
Yeah. So I mean, practically, people do things. I mean, you're always reading about. We're always charged this green charge, and goodness knows what else as well. I mean, but these practical things, people do practical things. I mean, you see youngsters picking up litter. It sounds like nothing, but it's a lot. People stop throwing their plastic bottles anywhere. They put them in we've got bins out here where we put the plastic bottles and they go to recycling. You know, you do little bits for yourself, but those are practical things. But faith gives you something else. And not long ago, back in about 1980 something, the Duke of Edinburgh said, you have to believe that it's also right as opposed to wrong, and be convinced that it is good as opposed to bad, to try to conserve our bit of the planet, our own little bit.
Yes.
Yeah, he said this way back.
Right.
And you know, so in reality, it's truly altruistic people always recognize a need in others,
right,
and in our planet.
Okay.
And where do we find those things in Buddhism? In the precepts.
Okay, like what?
Well, you've got to extend them, haven't you?
No, the precept because first precept not to kill.
Kill. Well, you've got to extend it. I mean, if you want to be a Christian, thou shalt not kill. That's it. End of story.
So there's save the earth.
But when you promise not to kill, you're also promising to help.
Right. Okay.
Aren't you?
Yes.
You tell me off if I'm wrong.
No. I mean, how to link with to help the earth.
Well, because that's what you're doing. By not killing the earth, you're helping the earth to, you know, you think about it, altruism, well-meaning people who want to produce loving kindness. It doesn't just go to another person. It's everything.
I see. Well, you look at that way. That's quite good. In Buddhism, also we not allowed to cut the tree That's mean the earth, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. You know, well, I mean, that's what happened in all of the tropical rainforests.
Okay.
People come along, oh, that tree's worth £50. I'll cut that one down. It's a lot more than that, actually. But, you know, there's the point. Nobody thinks about it. There's no moral imperative. There's no morals behind it. Only one, money and more money, greed, in other words. And what's in the precepts about greed?
Well, everything to help the earth. The question here by Reese, because Reese, he is the idea like a green what a green help the earth to be green, save the earth, save the protect environment, do something that to make our life is live in society in a better way, especially when you are Buddhist, how the people use in the Buddhist way to help the earth, to help the world. We have to look at the earth itself, and then
you just got to expand on the first precept.
Right. Okay.
That's all. Loving kindness towards everything, in the opposite of killing everything. It's a moral imperative of Buddhism. It's one of the things that I liked about Buddhism when I first read it.
Karen calling car. What do you think? Okay.
Greed. There you go.
No. What you say?
That's it.
What you say?
I was also thinking greed is very, very bad for the earth. Precisely.
Right.
And it's greed that causes all of the problems.
Right.
Interpersonally, between people and between us and the earth, and well, everywhere, greed is the worst thing you can think of. It's a big word, greed is. It doesn't mean just one thing. It means a lot.
Right.
And, you know, people are greedy. I've just mentioned the tropical rainforests.
Yeah.
Look at the greed involved there.
Yes.
Look at digging a darn great hole in the earth to get coal out or minerals. Nobody cares about the people round. Nobody cares about all of the stuff that's been thrown out. In northern Gujarat, there's a place where Goodyear. No, let me say this. In northern Gujarat, there's a place where Goodyear, the tyre people, have a great big factory. Because there have been no controls over the factory, but government controls.
Right.
You drive there, and the first thing you notice is everything is dying. As you get closer,
right,
the whole of the countryside is dying. The closer you get, the more dead it is. You look at the water, the rivers, they die as you get in. Why? Because Goodyear made at that time, I don't know about now, but at that time, Goodyear just threw all of their excess stuff out, all their rubbish, all their poisons, just threw them out. Right. And it poisoned the whole area. Look at Coca-Cola. I could go on forever, because they dig holes into the ground, suck all the water up. Right. The water level, the water level drops.
Right.
So people have to go deeper for the water. The deeper you go, the dirtier the water.
Right. Okay.
And, you know, they use it to put it in bottles and then flog it to Coca-Cola or whatever it is.
You said everyone, everyone wants bigger and better, and now we are
a throwaway
society.
Yeah, well, we are.
Okay.
But at least when you're doing that, if you recycle, it's a pain having to separate things out.
Right.
You know, in Poland we have 7 buckets or dustbins. 7.
Really?
Not 3, 7.
But here, how many?
2.
Oh, yes.
And one for the garden.
Yes.
Yeah, that's in Litchfield anyway.
Right. Okay.
It's different in other places.
Okay.
But yeah, at least we do it. And I mean, it's not something you want to do, but at the same time, when you realise that the damage we do in our own little way.
Well, let's thank you very much for everybody who share their opinion. So Kun Nit Woodley and then Kun Risena. Yeah, good evening. And then Kun Francesca. Yeah, if you have anything to say, please say so. Kun Tui Robert as well. So what can people do to help the earth? That's a question by Rich Fisher. who is here. He's not here now. He has gone to the airport to fetch the monk from Thailand. So he passed the question. Can you, okay? And also Kun Bakong Si Chayapan from Scotland. She say hello to Long Po.
Hello, good evening.
Yes, a leg.
Leg?
Yeah, from Scotland.
Ah,
yeah.
I know the lady.
Yeah, she come a long way. Yeah.
Yes.
It's really good. So
drives all the way on her own.
Yes, that's right. She'll be here next month for the money tree and the council.
Yeah.
Anyhow, so what the question you asked that is good enough. Next one, I would like if someone who like to say something about this. There are some questions to be answered. So because we are in our society nowadays, it seems a lot of people like to ask about connection between Buddhism and the other religion. So I think the question, this is maybe I don't know how to answer, but I think something is quite something. Do Buddhism and Hinduism have a link? That is very good question. Okay, now Francesca. Okay, my question is: do Buddhists is believe in some practice? Oh, there's another one.
Shamans.
Okay, Francesca. Thank you, Francesca. Another one. Okay, thank you. I will take your question later. Okay, what the question minutes ago? Yes, Buddhism and Hinduism is link. Okay, what is link? Yes, I must say it's linked in somehow.
Joined together.
Yes, well,
the one grows out of the other.
No, the Buddha was born at the time he was born in Brahmanism. Yeah. As a person, I think the Buddha was part of our in Brahmanism at the time. But after that, he left Brahmanism to Buddhism, and then because of he left and turned to be in the achieve enlightenment. The link is come from the family background at the time. So we talk about 3,000 years ago, and because of Buddha have born in Brahmanism at the background, and after that he practiced, and then he developed himself until he achieved enlightenment.
Well, I think he was much stronger than that.
Connection in belief at the time.
No, but
there are many things is permanent. In Hinduism, is permanent. Yeah, but in Buddhism, it's not that impermanent. We talk about impermanent and talk about Nibbana.
No, but he was brought up as a Hindu one way or another. Brahmin.
Yes.
Yeah, but he'd be above the Brahmins. He'd be a king,
yes.
the royal class. So one shot up above Brahmins. But I mean, he surely didn't like what he saw.
Yes,
he didn't like the idea
of
people being born lowly or high. Everyone was born equal, and then it was it was up to the person to make themselves. I mean, he hated lots of parts.
So there are many parts. Okay, many parts.
Tough guy.
Many parts in Hinduism, the Buddha denied. For example, caste system.
Yeah.
So Buddha was born, and then he said, "Well, the human being supposed to be in their own independent of the karma action, not because of the creator of the creator." Yeah.
Born into a Brahmin family does not make you better than someone born in the lowest classes. What makes you better or worse is yourself. Right. Your own efforts that you put into life.
So what we just say about link, you see, do Buddhism and Hinduism have a link?
That is a link.
Actually, link is in somehow, but not link directly in some area, because Buddha he more or less
rejected everything.
Reject in
and replaced it.
And also do something extra to develop that kind of belief, to make the people aware of when you're born into this world, not because of somebody make or the God create you from his head, his chest, his leg, his body. So So individual, we believe in karma. The karma that we have, the karma is not fate, but the karma of your own action we have done in the past or yourself. Similarity, it can be similar in area of because of we born again. So in Buddhism and Hinduism, I believe, and then that is the link because we believe in rebirth. Yeah, that is similarity. What you say in this area, Panyavajiro?
You shouldn't ask me.
I should ask. Because you say, do the question and do the say.
Look, there's a thing, a saying. Those who cannot remember the past are condemned to repeat it. In other words, if you don't know about the mistakes that were made in the past,
Right.
You'll make the same mistakes again if you don't know about them.
Right.
Right. So when the Buddha was a Hindu,
right,
he learned all of these different things. So he had a basic understanding of all of the world through Hinduism.
Right.
Yeah? And he recognized the mistakes that the Hindu people made.
Right.
And he put them right. Why? Because he could remember the past. You know, so I mean, as a psychologist, if you can't look back at previous experiments and previous understandings, you can't move forward. So what he did was see it as it was, pull it to pieces, and move forward by producing a better scheme of things.
Right.
A different religion.
Right.
You know, so it was quite strong. I don't think the Buddha was ever weak.
No.
I think he made some pretty. Well, he feels more like a fella to me.
Well, somebody like to know everything in Buddhism can make it practical. And when she asked about the shamanics.
Well, those shamanic ideas.
What is shamanic idea in your?
If you look at what some of the ones do with the Dalai Lama.
Yes.
You know, prayer wheels and there is some magic involved.
Yes.
I think in our particular area, the Buddha only really allowed, was it just one or two?
Or what?
Chants which were like magic, special.
What means?
I can't remember because we never use this sort of stuff.
The magic chanting.
Yeah, where you can drive out the devas, for instance, and drive out evil spirits and that sort of thing. Well, he did do that, didn't he? Well, there's some chance.
We have we different have different way to communicate with our chanting, because shamanic practice, is the community should support, and in Buddhism we have similar but not the same. How can I explain to the person who asked the question? Because in Hinduism and in Buddhism, in some is quite different. Yeah, that is quite different for somebody who like to know about shamanic. Yeah, because it's very strong belief.
It's magic.
Yes, in some, but the power of the Buddha is different from that.
It is yes.
You know what I mean?
It is different, but he uses specific chants.
Yes.
Or approves specific chants.
Put it this way. Put it this way. She said,
like a spell, work for the better.
Well, no. I mean, you see, if you say the monks in Buddhism, when people come to the monks, if the monk would like to do some chanting, or when they are not well, and then lots of people come say, "Can you please chant for us?"
Well, they're blessings, aren't they?
It's not that somebody not well and would like the monk to do some chanting for them.
What's the name of that?
Bojjhanga Sutta.
Bojjhanga.
Yeah, by the Buddha. That is for example.
Yeah.
And second, if someone would like to get something better in their life, more or less like I am very bad in this kamma. Can Buddhist monk can do some chanting for them? Yeah. So that is the shamanic practice. So there are many people believe in different way. If you ask me how the Buddhist monk respond in this request, if someone need the monk to do some chanting, if you follow Buddhist direction, Buddha teaching deeply, you request to practice things by yourself. You're good or bad, it is in your own practice. It's not because of the power of external. However, the people they're strong and sometimes very weak in their own belief, and then because they believe in some area, in their belief tend to be true because of that. For example, can we do some chanting for someone who not well? We chant, okay. And somebody have a problem, but okay, I have a problem with my work. The people at work not good at all. I would like to change my work. I like to get better in my job. Whatever, can you do something or chant something for me?
You can.
Yeah. So the monks do the chanting, but it's not guarantee, you know. It's not guarantee that you're going to get that. However, lots of people chant. Nobody asks for the chanting, but like that, lots of people go to the temple. They worship the Buddha, but it's not the right way to do it. So, are you encourage them to do it? Not really, but we would like to let the people understand what is their own strength in their own practice. If they practice well, it will work for them.
If you practice well, and you see, chanting is very important in Buddhism.
Yes.
So people who listen to the chanting, I've watched it myself. They get better from whatever it might be that's aiming them, and it happens all the time. And it's got a lot to do with the goodwill that comes from the monks towards the people. It's got a lot to do with the goodwill that other people feel.
Right.
It's got a lot to do with giving the person hope for the future.
Right.
And it all comes together. It's not just a simple magic abracadabra. It's much more than that, and it's more likely to work, as it were. Magic is all belief, and there's no belief in Buddhism. You can prove or disprove anything and everything that goes on.
Well, to my experience, yeah.
That's what we're listening for, Raja. That's what we're listening for.
For
your experience.
From my experience as a Buddhist monk, after many years, yeah. In that many years, I think many people who came across to visit the monks. I have so many masters. I have so many teachers who more or less help the people in this area. But in Buddhism, to have to refer to the Buddha time. Yeah, the Buddha time. Every time I have to refer to the text. What happened during the time? There are miracles happen. So many people, and because the miracle happened, that maybe you say, okay, because of that. Yeah, I think because of individual have their own karma.
Well, if you talk about the Bojjhanga, the fact is that is a chant which describes the way that the Buddha became well after being very ill, and several other monks, when the Bojjhanga was chanted, they got well. That's a miracle of sorts.
Well, you see, when the Buddha not well, the one monk chant and Buddha get better.
Yeah.
And when Mokkhalana not well, and then Sariputta not well, we chant. So maybe that another way to help, and at least you feel comfortable. Yeah, you feel comfortable with your life. You feel with your the monk chanting. It is true. when I have opportunity to go to visit someone not well, they ask the monk to do the chanting.
Yeah.
That is our practice in daily life.
And
Yeah.
lots of people
But
get well.
you somebody said, well, if you chant, maybe you can't get what we would expect, and not because of it's not for everyone. Just somebody maybe work well. It get because someone maybe have the good karma and then have the opportunity to listen to the
Well,
chanting.
we all. I mean, it's a bit silly, and it's not silly. We all had COVID here.
Yes.
Chanting. No
Yeah.
one got ill. Not really ill. I wonder if that's got something to do with it.
I don't know.
It might do.
Well,
You can never be sure.
Francis just say, chant from the monk is not enough. We have to put off
Effort.
effort. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, you have to
correct.
put everything yourself as well. That's true. Yeah. That's
You're
very good.
the arbiter of your own doom or success.
Don't expect everything just because Kun Ari Sena said, did the Buddha ever, after enlightenment, what?
What's this great big thing stuck in the way of the question? I can't see it.
Okay.
Hang on. I'm hanging. Can you just lift that and pull it away? No? Oh, there it's gone.
Right, okay. What did the Buddha...
Did the Buddha ever, after enlightenment, did wrongdoing, either direct or indirect?
You see, that is very, very good question, because most of the people ask, if the Buddha have done anything wrong? From our experience and learn, and also the text, and even somebody else from another religion, they ask, the Buddha, you can point out what is the Buddha wrong. Nobody can find out at all. That is very good suggestion. For example, about the world.
But he became more than a man, didn't he?
Yes.
He was a man, but he became more than a man when he was enlightened.
Right.
Yeah. So becoming more than a man, he didn't make mistakes. It's why I keep on going back. There's no such thing as belief in Buddhism. You can prove or disprove anything. It's all logical. And actually, whenever you go and work on anything he said, you can prove it works. It works.
Okay. Francis, Maxwell. Yes.
Meditation is most important. Meditation is the center pillar of Buddhism.
So you said found similar, it's interesting, and found a similarity with Buddhism where meditation is most important. That's very good. Because if you practice meditation, you hear the healing. The people they're healing themselves with their own practice. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I know. What about Dr. Bodding?
Yes.
Amazing monk.
Yes.
Amazing monk.
Why?
This monk came with me to Plymouth, and worked. He never stopped physically working, and then, I mean, he's just amazing. He could also cook, which is something most of us can't do. But he came along and amazed me with the amount of work that he could get through in a day, and get up the next morning and start again. After a run around the land, he'd come off and start all over again. But it turns out that he has hospitals, not just doctors, whole hospitals following him. And he teaches meditation for healing.
Right.
Now, he did a PhD, hence doctor.
Right.
In this particular thing, he showed me photographs out of his PhD thesis of some cancers and awful. You don't want to look at them.
Right.
Dreadful things that are broken out of people's bodies. Mm-hmm. And he taught a form of meditation specifically for healing.
Right.
And he spent 6 weeks, most nights of the week, with me, teaching me up in the what is it, the chanting room upstairs.
Right. Well,
and
that is very good.
So yes, it can overcome addiction and everything else if you want it to.
Now, how can you use Buddhism to overcome addiction?
Yeah, by using meditation properly.
That is very interesting sample by one of the monks who did his degree. We are suffering from different disease, different area of our illness, and because the illness come from different part, one is maybe physical, one is mental, and need to look closely how can we overcome the problems. Some of them is the addiction, for example, like the monk who addict with alcohol before. Yeah, when we have that, and after they become a monk, we're not allowed to drink. So he managed to become only by stop one thing, drink, stop drinking, stop smoking, because become a monk as Buddhist. And if you are really Buddhist and practice Buddhism in the right way, you can overcome addiction.
Yes,
yeah.
yeah, and especially if you use
And
meditation
yeah.
properly,
Yeah.
directed meditation, that is, directed.
Mm.
You have to become a reasonable meditator, and then you can learn how to direct your meditation on healing yourself, whether it's an addiction or whether it's an illness.
The illness itself quite serious.
Some of those things that man was.
They some of them is really overcome their illness or their disease or addiction in different approach in Buddhism.
Yeah.
Either become a monk themselves and practice by stopping drinking alcohol, stopping smoking cigarette or any kind of the drug, and then you turn to be pure or clear from that by practicing Buddhism. So if your Buddhism can help overcome this, it's very good. And secondly, you use meditation as you are practicing, and then you overcome by your gain your wisdom or understanding and manage to stop. Yeah, with your. So the monk say hello to us from Thailand. Sam. Yeah, Sam. Yeah.
Hi.
Okay.
Yeah.
So this is some question. Anything that you like to add on with that on the.
You don't want to start me?
Okay then. Well, what about somebody asked me about the Pali canon? This one is quite good. What is different between the Dhamma, Pali canon, Nikaya, and Sutta? Oh.
Whoa. The Dhamma is contained in
what
the
is
Pali
the Dhamma?
canon.
Yeah, what is the Dhamma?
The teachings of the Buddha.
The first is Pali, yeah, Pali canon.
Yeah.
Pali canon is the
Bible.
No, Pali canon is Pitapika. Tipitaka is the Buddhist Bible. Yeah, the contain the Buddha teaching is called Tripitaka, and then the Nikaya and Sutta. Nikaya and Sutta. Sutta is the essays. No Sutta is the Buddha saying or the talk of the Buddha.
Essays.
Yes. Oh yeah. Yes. 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 And also they said between. In fact, there is not different, but you have to understand the meaning of it.
They're all contained one in the other. The Dhamma
what
is
the
contained
Dhamma?
in the Pali canon.
Yes.
And the Nikaya contains the suttas.
No, and also it's Nikaya. So Pali canon, the big basket, yeah, the big basket of the Buddha teaching. Yeah. The first basket we call the Pali canon.
Yeah.
And contain with the rules. The one is the first one to number Vinaya. Yeah. And next one is Suttanta. Suttanta is the story or Nikaya and Sutta come together also inside the Pali canon. Yeah. And the last one is Abhidhamma, also in the Pali canon. Yeah. So three of these Nikaya we recognize that part of Pali canon, and it is the Dhamma and Buddha teaching is in there. So more or less, it's not different, but you have to explain what exactly are they. Yeah, that is good.
I'm not going to say much about that.
No, Karat from Primat. Okay, so one more question, Panya. Vajiro, if you like to ask the question, this is not to do with hang on, what the question? Okay, the question here. Oh, Do the monk play sport?
Yeah, right. Okay. No.
Game. Well, if you say exercise, yes.
Take exercise.
Exercise,
yes.
not sport.
But they don't play sports.
Not the sport.
Mind you, there are monks that walk.
Yes,
walk forever.
We walk.
Yeah.
And we not allowed to swim either.
No.
Yeah.
But hell of a bad time in that Thames.
Yeah. This คุณคำใหม่ชอบไหม She say หลวงปู่บ๊อบ yeah.
What have I done now?
Everybody said หลวงปู่บ๊อบ หลวงปู่บ๊อบ grandfather Bob. So do monks play sport or board game? So I don't even know how game is.
No, that's why I find it funny.
Ask the
What's a board game? Monopoly? Yes. No. It's like music and dancing.
Oh,
monks are forbidden that in the.
Oh, we're not allowed. No, we're not allowed anything like that.
You see, so
sport,
I'm sure sports and board games would come under that precept somewhere.
Right. Well, sport is with games. We're not allowed. Okay. So interesting question. Why do you ask a monk like?
It's funny because some monks that I've met used to be singers and guitar players and the like, entertainers.
Yes.
In another life, and then they suddenly give it all up.
Yes.
Just drop it like a ton of bricks.
And the lady, what about this one? No crossword.
No crosswords. No.
Well, crossword in newspaper.
That's the only crosswords you know. No,
well,
no.
I think that kind of look at it is quite different. I think it's no. Well, if you go to school, the teacher asks you, yeah, and to be part of their classmate. I think that kind of thing is okay, but it's not our daily life thing. It's not God. So it's not really.
There's a bit more to it than that. Let's get it a bit more clear.
What it means?
Well, you told me a story the other day
about
when you were bullied at school.
Oh yes.
And the bully, you didn't do what I might have done, punched him on the nose.
Right.
You did something quite different, and now, not an enemy.
Right. Okay.
Well, you tell me.
Right. See.
That's all.
Well, it's true. When you were novice, very young, and try to bully you, and because of they bully you, and then you, of course, you have to protect yourself from bullying from the people. But years after years, you never have any bad thought about the person. Even the person have extremely bad about your life, and then you just forgive them. After you forgive that person, I didn't realize a year passed by, 20 years, 30 years, nearly 40 years. Now the person turned to be your person who served you, look after you.
Friend.
Yeah, friends.
Yeah. So
that is very something.
Well, it took a long time. I think a pop on the nose would have done the job quicker. But that person would have still been my enemy today, whereas you have a friend rather than an enemy.
Yeah.
So in the long term, you're right. So that's the whole atmosphere in all of the temples.
Right.
Isn't it? It's all I've come across.
Yes. It's true.
You don't argue with each other because you let each other have their own life, and you realize that one person is maybe not good at this thing,
right,
and somebody else is. You don't just go, well, he can't do that. He's bone idle or whatever. It isn't like that, is it? I mean, that bone idle person may be very good at sitting and talking the Dhamma,
right,
to the people. Might be very good at meditating. You can't just criticize them because they can't do something else. So that doesn't happen.
That this person asks, Graham, are there any part-time monks?
Not really. There's no time for part-time.
Yeah. So really, there are many monks. Graham, there are many monks who are working for Buddhism, and they become a monk and they become a lay, become a monk and become a lay, and to help Buddhism. Like one of the men who are very, very what not what you call the person who help Buddhism, and then they would like to be able to help Buddhism in different ways. That is with short term, not long term.
Yeah.
Long term, short term is mean they become a monk for three 3 days, 7 days, 3 months, and even more. Then they leave the monk. Yeah. So that is quite different.
It's good for your son to become a
Short
monk
term
for a short
yeah.
period.
So if you would like to become a monk for short term, you are welcome to be.
That's it.
And it's very good, 3 months or something like a year for training.
What was the last one? The last one was a month, wasn't it?
Yes. It show more strength to forgiveness. Yes.
It's also more difficult. Much more difficult.
Okay. Somebody say, in UK, if possible, something like, what is this?
What is the IDOP?
IDOP in Wat Dhammakaya.
Dhammakaya in Thailand.
Yes. Like what was that mean there? DIOP.
IDOP.
Kamli. Yeah, in UK, possible something like Wat Dhammakaya. Well, yes. Well, Dhammakaya is there are many Dhammakaya temple here. Yes, we have quite a number of Dhammakaya in the temple. Many. Okay. Okay. Okay, that's very good question. Is it? I will answer that right here. So, do monks ever wear civilian clothes? Oh yes, we do that. When you become a monk, and if you would like to, for example, overcoat, you wear the cold weather and everything, and you're working. As far as your mind is as a monk, you still a monk, even wear civilian clothes. Sometimes the people you can see when the monks go out to one places to the other places. Sometimes they put their robe inside, or somebody even not see them. However, we not recommend that much, but we would like to let the people know, if the people they still as their monk, they still monk. It doesn't matter if some of them have to wear the civilian clothes, normal clothes. And for example, if they go to somewhere and then the people don't like them as a monk, yeah, they have to hide themselves, disguise themselves in somehow. That means we have seen that the problem. And one extra is the one monk who went to the forest, and then after that, the hunter see the monks. He said, "Oh, the monk come here. You are very, very unlucky person, bad luck, because of they pass by the monks, and then with his use the dog, and he went to the forest for hunting. Yeah, he get nothing. When he get nothing,
You've got to blame the monk.
He blamed the monks because of bad
He's just a rotten hunter.
And then on the way back, because he came back, and then he saw the monk again, and this time he decided to say, okay, I have to do something about that. He pushed his dog, yeah, to bite the monks, and the monk run away from the dogs. So many dogs, but unfortunately, the monks went up to on the tree to run away from the problems. What happened? He said, "You cannot run away from that. I will use the weapon, yeah, it's maybe a sword, to push to his leg, and then he pain, blood came out, and then he lost his the rope, and the rope came down, and after came down and cover the person.
The hunter. Point taken.
Yeah, and then the dog bite by his own owner.
Oh.
And after that, the monk have nothing left, no robe. And then what happened? He went to the Buddha. Is he still a monk or not? He have no robe. So, and International Dhammakaya Ordination Program. Okay, I see. IDOP. Okay.
All right.
That's okay. We have it here. Yeah, thank you very much. Yeah. We have in our temple here. If someone like this year, we allow our monks in. We got the new monk here for 4 months this year for the short term. If you like to come, you are welcome to look at it. Yeah. What horrible situation. Anyhow, thank you very much for the question. Now, what time is it now?
Time.
Oh, it's 8 minutes yet. Okay, thank you very much for Graham Harrington for the question, and thank you very much for Kun. Somebody would like to become a monk. Okay, I think about ordination. Well, this year we allow someone to become a monk in our temple. We expect about, would like to have about 5 new monks. 5 new monks for 3 months. If you like to become a monk, you are welcome. Yeah. The ordination in our temple, you have to be trained first, and then how to chant, how to practice. And if you have done before, that's we have to look at what you're looking for as well. To become a monk, you have to learn and practice and chant. And we are chanting every day now in the morning at 6 o'clock, and then we chant in the evening at 5 o'clock now until the time change. We could do chant 6 and 6, morning and evening. And we have the program, which is we got the monks who talk about the Dhamma to the people and discussion. Today, monk chat with Ajahn LAOW and with Panyavajiro. Yeah. So, and also this other, is it the same for nun? Yes, that's very good. I would like to let the ladies to become a nun as well this year. We have done last year. We got 11 ladies who become a nuns, and then they're nuns, and after that for 10 days. And it was very successful program. And this year somebody like to become a nun for 3 months.
Oh.
So okay, understand. I'm chant at home, but Pali language is not very easy. Yes, chant at home. Yeah, you chant at home, no problem.
I can't say the words half the time.
So you chant at home, and then Pali language is not very easy. True, it's not very easy. We're going to help you to learn how to chant, give the blessing. Yeah. And then Panyavajiro and Panyavaro, here we got 2 monks who also chant. As, more or less, have to look at the book. Otherwise, quite difficult. But you chant morning chanting, evening chanting quite well, no? You can't chant.
I don't know. I never listen to myself.
Yeah,
I'm too busy trying to find my tongue.
Yeah, you can. It's very good. So we got 2 English European monks here, and we would like those who would like to become a monk, you're welcome. In the future, we are going to have the WBDO Center, which is we're going to train the monks to be missionary monk, and we would like to train the people to become lay minister of religion. So the lay person can help Buddhism, and the monks can help Buddhism too. Yeah, very good.
And the nuns.
And the nun too, yes.
Forgot the nuns again.
Yes, if you like to become a nuns or monks, please contact the temple. You are welcome to have your experience. Yeah, very good. Thank you, Carmen. Did you say Carmen? What is his name?
Camille.
Camille. What is his surname?
Camille.
His surname.
Oh, that's looks like Polish surname. It does.
Oh yes, it can be, yeah, but not English name. Yeah. Right. Okay. Next question. Anybody have more question to ask? Okay. Right. If you not have a question about, okay, who is that person ask question?
I can't see them.
Oh, I see. Oh, the lady say.
Yes, I'm Polish. They're good. They're
Yeah,
good.
yes, okay.
I live in Poland at least half the year.
The Israeli could not.
Magdalenka,
Yeah. Okay.
Warsaw.
Okay, live in. Okay. Well, Panyavajiro just come back from uh,
Poland.
Poland, and his sons live in Poland, so that is good opportunity. If you like to practice, you are welcome. Because Buddhism nowadays is for all, and we talk to everybody who interested in Buddhism. If you like to practice Buddhism, please come along and practice here, uh, one step at a time. No need to rush. If you like to become a lay minister first, lay person first, and help the temple in different way, because the temple is for all. Buddhist monks work voluntarily in their life. There is no salary, but the temple look after the monks, look after you. For example, everything that your home, you don't have anything belong to you as a person, but the temple will look after you. But you offer your service by practicing the Dhamma, learn the Dhamma, and teach the Dhamma, and also use meditation as your part of your life. And be kind to the people. Yeah, be kind to the people. Be kind to yourself. And another word, not try to let the people uh, try to knock down your ego. Yeah, because the ego is can be dangerous in our practice. Somebody say to me, you can do anything but don't walk over my ego. What does it mean? Why?
It's a little bit like that question previously about monks wearing civilian clothes. You got the wrong end of the stick, because monks wear some of the clothing underneath their other clothing, even if they have to cover it up.
Well, in the Buddha time, we don't have anything much, only one. But now the time passed by, there are many things.
I mean, like if I'm working,
yes,
I can't always be holding this on while I've got two hands trying to hold a light bulb and a screw.
well, you see, when the monks go to work, some places they're very strict. They're not at all happy if the monks wear the robe or no, wear something different. Some places have to accept. Yeah. So when we are in the services, we have to be seen. You see, like now, the Thailand not happy if I have what we call the sweater. Yeah, jumper, whatever. They don't like it. In Wimbledon, if you like to be seen, you have to cover yourself. If you have to wear because of the weather. Thank goodness that we are in this room. The other room very cold. If you wear like this, it's okay. This is full monks uniform. But if you have another robe, another thing to wear, you have to cover. And also sometimes in the public, sometimes it's not in the public. All of these have to look at what is the best in your daily life, your monk life. Which one is appropriate, which one inappropriate. Yeah. So, well, thank you very much, Panyavajiro, for you being here today. Yeah.
You're welcome.
Thank you. Thank you very much for our audience who are watching the program today. Thank you, Kamlik. Thank you, Arisri, Karen, yeah, and also Graham Harrington. Thank you very much. I have seen you for ages, and thank you for
everyone. There's loads of people there.
Adisena and Nok and Kamai and more. Yeah, so quite a number of people now, 20 to 23 people watching the program. May you be happy and stay healthy. I'll see you again. Maybe we change the program whenever, but going to be good for all of you. And tomorrow, I would like to let you know that the program of the monks going to be the monk talk tomorrow. 7 monks from about 6 countries talk about the Dhamma in the Thai language under the WBDO. And then The day
Banner.
after tomorrow.
WBDO banner.
Yes, under the work. Yeah. So the work of the WBDO is very important for spread the Dhamma through the world. For the Thai people, they are listening to the monks and who keep talk in Thai. And the day after tomorrow, I'd like to let you know that WBDO just appoint number of monks and the lay people who work hand in hand between us about WBDO and lay minister of religion under the WBDO, the world. Yeah.
Yes.
So we start everything from we are going to work from the 21st of February onward, and hopefully we're going to start everything by at the what you call this hopefully by March.
Yeah.
To work together.
Yeah.
Okay, can we finish our talk today? May all of you be happy, stay healthy. อภิวาทนาสีลิสนิจจังวุฒาปจายโนจัตตารโอธรรมาวัฏันติอายุวันโนสุขังพระลัง Thank you.
Good night.